like this is our...
Yeah, say what we're doing. What have we been doing for the past 6 months at least? What are we trying to accomplish?
Hi guys, I hope you're having a great winter break. We are just kind of talking about how we want to move our organization from where it's at right now and continue to grow it. So right now we're good, and pretty much we want to become great and even better. So first of all, we've kind of started working on our look and our brand. We've redone the logo, and we're like halfway done with that. We're redoing the website. We're trying to just redo the way the whole organization looks overall. The second step is our vision and our path, which for you new folks that you talked about in training, you guys went over the growth playbook a lot, talked about where exactly we want to be in 5 years, how we get there, different strategies for that. And what's left that we think we need to work on the most is how we communicate our beliefs, vision, and impact. So both internally, how among our team we know exactly what we're trying to do, how we'll do it, and what's coming out of it, and then also how we can show that to donors.
All right, so first let's realign what we do as an organization and what we try to do, because a lot of times people don't necessarily understand why Supplies for Dreams exist and why Supplies for Dreams need to exist for our communities. So SFD is not a all-encompassing organization. We don't do everything from, let's say, when a child is born all the way until they graduate from college and get a new career or something like that. But what we do is pretty simple. You got like a cliff like this, and this cliff is college. Okay? This is what CPS students need to be able to achieve. We want them to graduate from high school and get into college and be able to graduate from college. But we don't do that. We don't actually support them all the way throughout. There's a ladder here, just kind of thrown off the edge of the cliff. Okay? In most communities, especially from you folks at Northwestern, you're probably in pretty good communities, coming from pretty good communities. The ladder goes all the way to the bottom like this. So if you're a student here, all you have to do is climb that ladder. And during that process, you've got a lot of resources, whether that's great climbing shoes, you've got great harnesses, you've got everything you need to be able to achieve this mark, this college benchmark. But a regular CPS student doesn't have that. They have a big gap between where the ladder ends and where the ground is. And we need to be able to build something for them so that this becomes attainable, this path becomes attainable. So what we do is we build blocks. These are building blocks that allow them to be able to achieve that marker where they can now grasp onto that ladder and climb their way into college. Again, we don't do this part. We don't necessarily get them into college, but what we do is allow them to be able to access that path or access that opportunity so that they can walk themselves towards college. And these three things we do, well, these are our three programs, right? So whether that's Awarded Field Trip, whether that's Dream Drive, whether that's Dream Mentors, that's our building blocks for these kids.
All right. So when I was first joining the organization and thinking about what do these three programs really mean, and I think most donors, when they first hear about it, everybody who's outside of the organization first hears about it, they think, oh, it's a backpack. What does that do? What is the impact? It's maybe mentorship. You're mentoring one kid. What does that do? Or if you're taking a classroom on a field trip, what does that do? People have a very literal interpretation of everything, and it doesn't really fulfill the impact. What's unique about Supplies for Dreams is we do all these three things to build people up, and we focus on a single school or a single community and focus on these communities very selectively and make sure that everybody in those schools have a full experience. And it's the cumulative effect on these schools that matter more than just one program, one mentoring session. So to that end, we thought about how do we really actually communicate what the fundamental importance of all these programs are beyond just we bring backpacks. And the three things that we thought of was, the first is Dream Drive. Dream Drive is fulfilling a need. It fulfills needs. Most donors don't understand. They think it's a backpack. They don't really get that it's something that's so fundamental to a child's education. The second is Dream Mentors. And beyond just mentorship, it's more important that you're sparking curiosity. You're encouraging a student to try to learn more on his own, try to be more curious and wonder about these different ideas. You're not just telling them how to solve a problem, but you're going much beyond that, much deeper, and inspiring them to take their education into their own hands a little bit and learn beyond just what the mentoring session is. And the last program is a water field trip. Water field trips is more than just walking around in a museum for a day. You're helping them envision what a different world looks like. You're helping them envision a world with spacecrafts, with different technology that's beyond their classroom. And having that experience helps them see that there's a big world out there and that this world was built by people that were very much like them, and that they can, through hard work, achieve something in this world and build upon it. So I think that's a much better way of communicating, and these are just ideas that we want to refine and think about, are these the right messages? But I think it's much more powerful to communicate fulfilling needs, sparking curiosity, and envisioning a new world to our donors, rather than just the literal interpretation of the programs. And we also want to bring all this together, that we're fulfilling a need, we're sparking curiosity, and we're also envisioning a new world so that a student can go step by step towards a path to college.
So as far as next steps are considered, we want to talk about the main things that we can focus on right now are rebuilding the website, putting in all these different pieces, whether it's the catchphrases that Lee has brainstormed about, or it's including an image of what we see college as and the steps that we put towards them. And the next few things too are also the annual report, communicating all these grand ideas that we've come up with, as well as changing the collateral, and just again, this is all communicating externally. This is also, we need to figure this out internally, and part of what we'll get at that is having a retreat so that everyone gets on the same page and understands what makes us unique and what Supplies does, what we accomplish.
Awesome. This is going to be great.
So make sure that you comment back with your thoughts in the email. I know it's winter break, so most of you, probably want to relax a little bit and whatnot. But this is how you should be relaxing. You should be thinking about these kind of things. It's a lot of fun to think about what's going to happen in the future.
Wait.
Grand visions.
Something that will make you happy. Look at Hero's shoes and his long socks. Go on. Don't panic. Yeah, for all those you